Hey, what's up, guys? Got another video here for you. This is Bryson.
I'm Bennett.
And today we got another episode of Tuned in Sports. Now, guys, we've got a pretty exciting video. I guess you could call it exciting, but really not that exciting video here for you. And today we're going to be talking about some NXT stuff. Now, I know that we had said we were going to try to get to the NXT reviews on this channel. Unfortunately, this week didn't work out for us. And there's a variety of reasons why that ended up being the case. We aren't going to get into those here, but all you guys need to know is, unfortunately, there will be no NXT
video this
weekly show video this week. Now,
exactly.
Again, like I said, unfortunately, there's a variety of reasons why that was the case, but hey, that's another talk for another time, and really, it doesn't matter.
Is that we'll have our first video up for that probably Saturday or Sunday or
next week.
Yeah,
next week for the weekly show.
Yeah, next week for the weekly show, but we'll probably have a pay-per-view review sometime this weekend.
Yeah, so he's jumping ahead a little bit, but yes, that is the news that we wanted to talk about for you guys today, is we are going to be getting into our first NXT TakeOver review. We're going all the way back to, I believe, 2014, the very first NXT TakeOver. As a matter of fact, I don't even recall if it was actually even called NXT TakeOver or not. I don't think it was.
Actually.
I don't think it was called TakeOver yet. So I think it was just like a NXT Super Show. But either way, we're going to be doing that show for you guys.
Yep.
Coming up. Now, I believe, don't quote me on this, but I believe the main event of that show was Aaron Neville. Or what was Neville's? Just Neville. I can't remember what. Neville, whatever his first name was in the WWE, versus Bo Dallas for the NXT Championship in a ladder match.
Are you a believer?
I believe that I believe that was the main event, a ladder match for the NXT Championship between Bo Dallas and Neville.
Yeah.
And I think his first name was Aaron, but I know that's a singer, so that doesn't sound right.
Point is Neville.
Point right, Neville. Point is Neville versus Bo Dallas, I believe, was the main event.
You believe.
And now, to be fair, I have actually watched this show before. Once. I watched it one time. Bennett has not seen it yet, but I actually watched this one before, but I only watched it once, and it was about a year ago. So I'm really excited to get into it again and rewatch it and then give you guys our thoughts on it.
Yeah, I might have seen bits and pieces of it because I might have been in the room when he was watching it at some point. But because I do remember watching at least part of one with you, but I don't remember which one it was.
Yeah. So, anyways, guys, we're really excited to rewatch it, to give you guys our thoughts on it, and just to share, our opinions on it.
Yeah.
And like I said, we're going all the way back to the first one. I know that, there's new ones coming out all the time and stuff, but we're going to start back at the beginning with that, and then if there's one that happens, like, coming up, like, let's say there's one in November, we'll review that one at the time it comes out. But until then, we're just going to go from the back and go forward.
Yeah.
And even when new ones start coming out, we're going to keep going from the back going forward. Because there was a long time where I didn't even know NXT existed. And even when I knew it existed, I couldn't watch it because we didn't have WWE Network for a long time. And then when we finally got it was when they started, televising their show. So it's like, oh, well,
until I heard Triple H was running it, I really had never even heard of NXT before. To be honest.
And even before then, I never really took it very seriously. I mean, I always heard great things about it, but I'd never seen it or heard of most of the people in it. So I was like, well, you know, it can't be that much different than Raw and SmackDown.
Yeah,
but what really changed that was, you know, especially when they did the Survivor Series thing this past year.
That was awesome.
The Survivor Series thing this past year with NXT being involved and them doing a whole bunch of different matches between the three brands. That was super dope, and that really put NXT on the map. And I was like, oh, okay.
I think they were on the map before that, to be honest.
Well, I do too, but that further established them as, hey, they're not really just a secondary show.
Yeah, exactly.
They're legit. So, hey, you know, props to them, and I can't wait to watch NXT. We can't wait to keep talking about it and just give you guys our thoughts on different things.
Some of the different wrestlers and you know, just on the show in general. I mean, I really like the direction that NXT is headed, though. Definitely. Like he was talking about with the Survivor Series thing, that was arguably one of the best pay-per-views I've probably seen in terms of just how interested I was in watching it. You know, like, especially with the Bayley versus Charlotte Flair versus who was it? Becky Lynch. That was an awesome match.
Yeah.
Also, just some of the other ones. I mean, you can't get much better than what they did at Survivor Series, in my opinion.
Yep.
I really love that idea and just how they carried it out.
Yep. So, right now, actually, because I've been keeping track of NXT, but I haven't been watching it for a while. So I was just looking up the current champions, some of which I knew, others I wasn't sure on. But looks like right now, Finn Balor is the NXT champion, which I knew about.
Yeah.
Io Shirai is the NXT Women's Champion. I knew about that as well.
Yeah.
Damian Priest is the NXT North American Champion, and I did know that, or at least I thought he was, because I mentioned that in the last video. I mentioned that in the last video that I thought he was, and he is. And then the NXT Tag Team Champions is actually Fandango. Or, I mean, Breezango, which is Fandango and Tyler Breeze, which I didn't know that.
Yeah,
So, that's pretty cool. I'm looking forward to seeing what they do with that. Yeah, now, like we said in another video, you know, for now it's just going to be NXT. We might do NXT UK moving forward. We might do some other brands and different things in wrestling. But for now, we're really looking forward to doing NXT, giving you guys our thoughts on different things, and just watching the show week to week again, because, you know, it's really, really a great show, and the times in which I have watched it, I've really, really, really enjoyed myself.
Yeah, besides Raw and SmackDown, I mean, NXT probably my favorite brand. Well, actually, they're all at WWE, but still, my favorite show probably NXT is besides Raw and SmackDown.
Yeah, like I said, me and Bennett, we've been watching WWE since we were kids. Not so much other programming like TNA. We never used to watch that too much. We watched some of it, and then I specifically have been watching like Impact some and some of these others, but he hasn't really been watching it as much. And then for a while, when AEW first came out, we were both watching that pretty consistently. But we've kind of strayed away from watching really all wrestling since like around the pandemic time. We haven't been watching it as much. So unfortunately, it's, you know, our schedules and just different things that we had going on, that just kind of took a back seat for a while.
Yeah.
But we're really excited to watch it, and we didn't stop watching it because we didn't like it. We love watching this stuff, so we can't wait to get on here and talk about it and share our opinions with you guys.
Yeah, and I definitely, one thing I believe that, you know, especially the WWE does really well is creating storylines. I think that's been something that the WWE as a whole has really excelled at. Creating, you know,
storylines,
good promos, and, you know,
at least
good build up.
At least storylines that grab you.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, some people have been pretty critical about the about WWE creative and the storylines that they do and stuff. And to that I say, you know, if that's your opinion, that's fine. Yeah. But, you know, on the whole, we just enjoy wrestling a lot, and it doesn't take a whole lot for us to be impressed. And I think, you know, some storylines have been pretty bad. Other storylines have been quite good. And overall, I enjoy watching WWE. I have since I was a kid, and I'm a little bit biased towards the company and just wrestling in general because I grew up loving it from the time I was 5 years old or younger. Yeah, I've been watching it. So I'll always have a spot in my heart from watching Friday Night SmackDown, Thursday Night SmackDown, Saturday SmackDown. From the time I was a little kid, I was watching some of this stuff. And
now we get to talk to you guys about it, and we love that.
Yep, exactly. So with that being said, guys, is there anything else you wanted to talk about with the NXT video, or?
Well, I mean, me personally, I hope, sometime down the line that we'll do NXT and AEW, because I think AEW is also a brand that's on the come up. So
yeah, they've been doing a great job with their product down there as well.
Yeah.
The only issue with the AEW part of it is we don't have like premium or any of that stuff, and we don't buy the pay-per-views. So unfortunately, we don't get the pay-per-views for AEW, and that might be something that we can work on down the line. But at least initially when we start doing AEW, that's part of the reason we decided not to do them to start out, is because we'd like to be able to do pay-per-views and stuff for you guys. And right now we don't have a way where we could get the pay-per-views for AEW.
Yeah, and like we said, I mean, NXT is just a great show.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
We thought, you know what?
But, you know, if you come to this channel and you just think that we're a couple of WWE fanboys and we hate AEW and hate all other... We love wrestling in general. I love watching AEW. I love watching Impact. All of it. So as far as I'm concerned, you know, there isn't really a debate on which show is better. They're both just great.
Yeah,
for me. Now, it is kind of fun to, like, week to week to see which show we enjoyed more between, like, NXT and AEW Dynamite. It is fun to see, like, which show we enjoyed more.
Fact, I mean...
But most weeks, it's great on both shows.
Yeah, in fact, I mean, I don't think, it would be much of a, you know, what's the word, like, outreach, I guess, for us to kind of do a comparison video on AEW and NXT or one of those, or, you know, just Raw and SmackDown. You might see some comparison videos in the future between those, possibly.
Yeah, so...
That would be a really good idea, to be honest. I really would like to do that at some point.
Yeah, so we'll see what ends up happening with that. But right now, like I said, no NXT weekly review for this week, but next week. And then expect to see our first NXT TakeOver review coming this weekend or early next week.
Yeah.
And we're excited to break down that stuff, get into it, and see where it takes us from there.
Yeah, like we said, we're both huge wrestling fans, and we watch it. I mean, we used to watch it pretty notoriously, pretty much every week. But then, you know, sometimes schedules and stuff kind of can ruin that. And unfortunately, that's kind of what happened. So we look forward to watching it again and bringing you guys content in the process. Really excited to do that.
Definitely.
So, yeah, I mean, I would have to assume that's probably going to sum it up for this video.
Yeah, I mean, I can't really think of anything else really we want to talk about. If I had to guess right now, we'll probably start with NXT videos and then maybe transition into NXT UK as well, just because that would be easy for us to access, and it kind of goes in and ties in with, you know, when we're doing pay-per-views and stuff. And also it's a shorter show, so it would be something we could watch and, you know, not be there all day long watching it and not have it take up so much time that we don't have time to do anything else. So that might be a good next edition, is to do the NXT UK shows as well.
Yeah.
But we'll see what ends up happening. But hey guys, if you guys enjoy wrestling, specifically NXT right now, make sure you stay tuned in to Tuned In Sports. And with that being said, guys, my name is Bryson.
I'm Bennett.
And we'll see you guys in the next video.